walking around Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, admiring the old city, when I lost track of time and suddenly realized I was lost. I sat down to order a taxi when my phone died. That's when I heard a voice and looked up to see this buff and handsome angel from above. I told him that I was lost. He introduced himself as Minh and offered to drive me back to my hotel. I offered to thank him with a meal, and it turned into an incredible date night. He was funny and sharp, and as we walked back to my hotel, I fell deeply in love. We kissed for what felt like eternity, and I didn't want it to stop. I took him back to my room for a fun, exciting, and intense night. I arrived in India and couldn't wait to explore the history and beauty of the place. I was admiring the local market when I suddenly saw this beautiful man standing right in front of me. I heard a sound and looked away for a second, only to realize he disappeared. I was disappointed but decided to go back to my hostel for some meditation. It was peaceful and serene, but the thought of this man never left my mind. I tried sleeping, but nothing helped. That's when I felt the urge to go back to the roof of the hostel, and there he was, my beautiful stranger. He was deep in meditation, so I sat next to him and started meditating myself. I guess he heard me, since a few minutes later I felt a firm and warm hand touch me. Without words, he beckoned me to follow him. He led me to the river where he continued to walk in. He stood in the water looking like an angel. I followed him in a daze, and when I reached him, I felt myself drawn into him. We kissed, and it was amazing. I lost myself in the kiss, and when I woke from my daze, he was gone. I stood there for a while, not sure if it was even real. As I walked back, I couldn't help but wonder, was I in love with a fantasy? And will I ever see him or dream him up again? My final work trip before my holiday break led me to Africa on a safari. I booked a tour with the most beautiful guide named Darius. Unfortunately, another writer from a competing magazine also joined the tour and set his sights on Darius. Leo, a British writer, could not keep his hands off Darius and kept finding ways to get his attention. I didn't mind his flirting, but it made working very distracting. I tried focusing on my writing, but Darius and his silent beauty and intelligence made me lose focus. Finally, after a long day, we set up camp and sat for a campfire dinner. Darius told us amazing stories, and I was riveted. Leo kept scrolling on his phone, uninterested, and soon fell asleep. That's when Darius leaned over to me and told me how relieved he was to be alone with me. I was surprised but excited. We moved to his tent for privacy, and things got hotter and hotter for the entire night.